Hi there, my name is Sam Marquardt from Marquardt of Barrington, Buick GMC, and today I have an amazing product to show you. It's the all-new, fully redesigned Buick Enclave Sport Touring. Now, let's get into it. The Buick Enclave has actually been around since 2007, and what's exciting about this product is this is the third generation. A new generation of a vehicle means starting from ground up, making something new, and with this comes a full redesign of the exterior, the interior, as well as a completely different drivetrain. Now let's talk about the styling of this Buick right here. Firstly, starting with the hood. I really like these two lines that come down in the middle, and then they stop at the tri-shield. It just looks really mean. And the tri-shield now is body mounted. So it used to be on the grille, now it's up here, and it's red, white, and blue, fully redesigned. It looks very crisp and clean. And then this jawline of the vehicle is quite neat. It protrudes out a little bit and just enhances the look of the vehicle, and also aids to that open air design of this grille. Being a sport touring, the grille here is interwoven and it's black. Going on to the daylight running trim here, definitely is nice and crisp and clean. The actual headlight housing is right down here. There's a double stack right there. You have two very bright LED lights for illuminating the road at nighttime. And then being a sport touring, again, you have more of that blackout look. So this lower fascia panel along here, front end of the vehicle, that's all blacked out. And then also this trim along the grille, that is also blacked out. And then you have your parking sensors integrated into the front here, and you also have your sport touring badge right there. Gotta flaunt it. Now, let's pop the hood. This is the new engine, and it is the 2.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, and it's mated to the 8-speed automatic transmission. As for fuel economy, this engine gets you 19 city, 24 highway for a combined fuel rating of 21 miles per gallon. As for power, this gives you 328 horsepower and 326 pound-feet of torque. Going along the side of the vehicle, you have your 20-inch aluminum wheels that look absolutely fantastic. And then within the wheel wells here, these are padded down, and that's part of the Buick quiet tuning. You have these marker lamps that illuminate at nighttime. And then you also have the wheel arch here. This is painted black, and it definitely looks nice being part of the sport touring, as well as the lower rocker panels that are painted black, lower door panels. You have your sport touring badge there, your camera built into the side of the camera for your 360 camera. Mirror here that's painted black, your turn signal is integrated into there. You have blind spot alert, keyless entry on all of the doors, more painted black accents, which is definitely nice. Up top here, you have the roof rails, those are painted black. Then you also have a marker lamp on the corner backside of the vehicle. Now talking about the back portion of the vehicle, Buick definitely did an amazing job doing a redesign here. This is where I think it stands out with this tail light that streams all the way across the whole back end of the vehicle. It definitely looks premium. And then you have another tri-shield placed there. And then this fixed glass has a windshield wiper, and it also has its own sprayer. So it can spray off the back window, make sure everything's clean. And then you have your brake light bar up top, and then you also have a fin up there as well. So you don't have to worry about an antenna anymore breaking off in a car wash, which is definitely a plus. You have a camera also with its own sprayer so that it can clean itself off. You have your Buick spelled out in letter form on the right side of the vehicle. And then off to the left here, you have your Enclave and then your all-wheel drive plaque as well. And then going down here, again, being part of the sport touring, a lot of the blacked out back bumper, it definitely aids to a refined look, and I like how it's overall complements the rest of the vehicle. And then you have your parking sensors integrated there. You have some reflector panels built in there as well. And I really like how they had the fixed exhaust tips. So you have dual exhaust, and it definitely looks sporty. A great design. And then your actual towing kit is right here. So this cover comes right on off. Now, I don't want to forget to ask you to please like and subscribe and even comment. This will really help our channel out. Going along the door here, you have the nice leather, soft touch materials. The aluminum trim pieces are definitely a nice touch. And then there's actually a little light within the door here. So that's for the accent lighting at nighttime. And this is almost like a carbon fiber trim piece, which is definitely interesting. And then you continue up top, you got more soft touch materials. The door handle is really interesting. I love the new design. It's definitely unique. And then you have your window controls. They're all one touch down. And then you also have your power folding mirrors and the rest of your mirror adjustments along here. And then going down here, you can open the trunk by a push of a button. And then of course we have our Bose speaker system. Well, being back in an Enclave feels great, especially the third generation of it. And one thing that really sticks out to me is that massive panel that streams across the dash there. And that is actually 30 inches of screen. So that's pretty insane. And another thing that's really neat with the new interior on the Enclave, this center console area, it's actually a floating design. So it doesn't actually connect to the front of the vehicle here. I can put my hand all the way across, which is quite interesting. And they made it much thinner. So you can actually fit a lot more items that you normally wouldn't be able to. You can fit a large purse right under where the shifter normally is, or possibly even a bowling ball. I believe that would fit as well. So I really like that use of space and also just the elegance that it brings to the vehicle. As for charging options up here, of course you have your wireless charging, and I really like the location. It's very convenient. And then you also have your USB-C and a USB-A. And then for your 12 volt, you actually go down here and there it is. And then the rest of the center console area, you actually have a volume button. So you can control the volume here or a mute and unmute. I like the storage as well. This is perfect for putting your keys or perhaps even loose change and whatever else you got. And then you have your horizontally mounted cup holders here. Storage is definitely hefty within the armrest, and I like how they have an LED light so you can see what's going on in there. Of course, you have your glove box, which is definitely sizable. And then as mentioned prior, you have all of that space right below. Due to this floating console design, you have the electronic shifter up on the right side. So you put your foot on the brake, press towards you, then down to put it in drive, and then to put it in reverse, you press towards you and then up. To put it in park, press the end of the stalk. The steering wheel design that they have, of course it's a 3-spoke design, but the cap that they have here with the new logo, it looks really crisp and clean. And then I also do want to mention that this vehicle does have Super Cruise. So this is GM's self-driving system. So you have a camera that looks at you right here when it's activated, just to make sure that you have your eyes on the road. To activate it, you press this button here, and then this light bar will illuminate green. And this system works up to 750,000 miles of roads. Now just talking about the settings along the right side of the steering wheel here, you can go through your favorite station presets here. You have your phone controls, and then right here's the menu option. So it's really nice that you're able to configure things on the dash differently. And then you have your music button to go to the music, and then you have your hot heated steering wheel. Off to the left here, again, you have that Super Cruise. This is your gap adjustment. So if you don't want to be following a vehicle as closely, you can change the gap adjustment for Super Cruise and adaptive cruise control. For adaptive cruise control, here are your settings within here. And then these are your voice controls. So if you want to call someone at home or whatever, you can do that. Or if you just want to say, hey, Google, can speak to Google that way as well, which is definitely convenient. If you put it in low here, you're able to manually shift with the paddle shifters on the back side of the steering wheel as well. Then on the right side here, you have your volume controls. And then on the left back side, you have your favorite station controls. And actually right below the steering column here, you just press that lever down, and this steering wheel is tilt and telescopic capable. So you're able to adjust it however you'd like to its desired position, and then you just put that mechanism back up there to lock things in place. If we go to the left of the steering wheel here, you have your parking brake button / emergency parking brake. You can go through your different modes, and then you can put it in all-wheel drive, auto hold. You can turn off auto stop if you don't want the engine shutting off when you're at a stop sign or a stoplight to conserve fuel. So you can press that button and then the engine will always stay on. And this is for dimming your interior cabin light at nighttime. Now talking about this center screen, I really think it's important to go over it briefly. It actually works like a smartphone, so you can move everything around to its desired position, which is really nice. And you actually have 2 pages of info. And then off to the left here is your favorite section. So I can take out settings, and then if you're going into your garage and you always want your camera off to your favorites, you can put your camera and just put it off to the left there, so it's always easy to access. But you actually have a 360 camera, which is definitely handy, and you're able to customize it to different views. Now this vehicle does have ambient lighting, and you're able to customize it to different colors, from red to yellow to blue or even white. On the Enclave here, you actually have self-parking, so you just hit the auto park assist here, and then if we're doing parallel parking to the right, I'm going to hit that button. It shows that animation of driving up to your space. So you start pulling up to your space, and the vehicle is going to sense it. Okay, so it shows an animation that it found a parking space, and then I can choose to park the vehicle. So I'm going to hit park the vehicle, and here we go. Now my vehicle is parking itself. It's doing everything. Steering, braking, everything. Even shifting by itself. It's pretty neat. Parallel parking is that easy. Of course, you have your push button start off to the left here, and then this stack is for your temperature control. So you can turn the system on or off, put it in auto. This is temperature adjustment for the driver, temperature adjustment for the passenger, and then max defog for the front windshield, and then this is rear defog for the rear window. And this actually activates the heated mirrors as well, so that's just a side note there. And then of course you have your fan speed. Moving up top here, you have your sun visor that is adjustable. You have your sunglass holder. You have your OnStar SOS button if you need emergency response, your hazard lights as well, and then you have these little LED lights for the cabin. Now, being in the second row, it definitely feels extremely spacious. I love the captain chair design. I'm 5'8" and I have absolutely no issues sitting back here. And of course, being a captain's chair, you have the armrest. So that's definitely a convenient feature to have. And then as for storage, of course, you have your pocket storage on the back sides of the seats. And I do like that the back sides are leather. They don't chintz on that at all. And then you got your arm grip handle, which is definitely nice. You got the AC in the ceiling here. And then this one does not have the panoramic sunroof, but that is also an option. You have your controls for your tri-climate, definitely nice. So you got your fan speed, your temperature, auto, your different modes as well. And then for charging, you have two Type-Cs a little bit down there. And I really like the detail work on the finish of the handles here, these little knobs. It's definitely really premium. And of course, we also have the horizontally mounted cup holders. You even have the headrest embroidery on the second row seats, Sport Touring. And I also have to mention these latches right here. It's definitely easy access for getting your car seats into the vehicle. I love the quick release option to get into the third row on the Enclave, and this is on both sides. So you just pull that lever up, slides right forward. Super easy, just like that. Now being in the third row, yes, it is a functional third row, and that's hard to find in the car market these days. As for legroom, I have these seats moved back practically all the way, and I still have enough legroom being 5'8". So, I mean, if you move these seats up a little more, you'd have plenty more space, but I'm even comfortable like this. I could go on a long car trip as is. Another thing that makes a big difference in the third row is this window right here. I love the location, also the size of it. On a long car trip, I could be in the third row just because this window alone. It makes it way less claustrophobic back here. You have two charging options in the third row. Firstly, on the left side is your Type-C, and then likewise, on the right side is your other Type-C. As for storage, it's definitely nice that you have some space back here to put drinks and whatnot, and then likewise on the right side, you have an identical slot. If you're using the third row middle seat, just take this seat belt here, and then it attaches into this side and then works as a normal seat belt. You can also raise and lower the middle headrest. Going into the trunk here, it's very spacious. You can fit all kinds of groceries, Lego sets, you name it. So it's actually really impressive. That's a lot of space. You have your tie-down latches on both sides here, so that's definitely convenient. And then you have your 12-volt off to the side. And then these tethers right here, these are manual. You can spring for the powered third row if you choose to. And then also with the trunk here, you do have storage, hidden storage underneath here, and that's actually a lot of space. So you can fit all kinds of stuff in there. And then your spare, yes, you do have a spare. So that's actually underneath this piece right here, lefty-loosey with these knobs on both sides, and you can get to your spare. And that's really nice that they have it, because I mean, if you're in a situation and you just need your spare, you have it. A lot of manufacturers are straying away from actually putting spares in vehicles anymore, which I think is absolutely stupid. So it's really nice that you have a spare with this vehicle. Thank you so much for watching. Please give us a call at the number provided. We would love to earn your business and have you as a customer.